Hey guys, welcome to another movie review. Today we're going to take a look at the newest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm talking about none other than Guardians of the Galaxy. Now for this review, instead of doing two reviews of the same thing, one spoiler and one not spoiler, I'll cut this review in two. First part will be non-spoiler and the second one will be spoilers. Now, things can be mixed because I'm basically talking about the same thing, but I'll try not to make this so confusing for all of you to understand. Now, before I start this review, I'm going to review this movie as an occasional viewer. Why? Because, like every good critic, I cannot criticize something which I don't know about. So, I know who the Guardians are, but I don't know much of their story. So I can't criticize the movie in the same manner as I would criticize Iron Man or Spider-Man, for instance. So, this being said, this is a great movie, in my opinion. I absolutely loved the movie. I went to watch it with a lot of friends. We were 10 people watching it, 10 friends. So it was really, really awesome. In my opinion, two characters stood out the most. Well, actually three, but two of them stole the movie. I'll get to that in a minute. But it was a really great movie. I really enjoyed it. Now, I take it this film was inspired in the 2008 comic book, which is supposed to be all comedy. I don't know if the 80s incarnation of the team was more serious or more dramatic. But take that into consideration when you're going to watch the movie. That it's based on the 2008 comic book. Now, I already saw it coming ever since I saw the trailer that this was going to be an all-comedy movie, unlike Iron Man, Iron Man 3, which was really bad. Now, this one was way better. Now, the problem with team movies is none of the team members get enough attention if you don't have time to properly introduce them. In the movie, we don't know much about each of their background story except for Peter Quill, or Star-Lord, which we know kind of a little bit about. But anyway, whatever. The score was great, although they should have included new songs instead of oldies classics, which shows how cheap they are. But, well, that's not a major for me. Now, the costumes need a lot of work. As much as I like red, I would have very much liked to see them in their comic book costumes. I mean, how hard can it be to give them the traditional costumes? But, whatever. Even Groot should have his own costume, but, anyway. Now, there is a post-credit scene, which was definitely awesome for me. And even I don't know much about the character who's in it, but it's always great to see him in any media. I'm going to save that for last, for the spoiler part of the review. Now, let's go to the characters, and then we'll cut this video, and then I'll continue to the spoiler part of the review. So, Star-Lord. Okay, he should use that name more instead of Peter Quill if he wants to be remembered and known as Star-Lord. I think he used the name Star-Lord in this movie as a kind of a running gag or something kind of hilarious or something. If you're supposed to be an outlaw and you want to be remembered by everyone in the galaxy, you should use your name Star-Lord when people ask you who you are instead of Peter Quill. Now, the character is a mix of Han Solo, Marty McFly, and Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Because he's kind of a womanizer. They use the same deal, like he's sleeping with a lot of alien chicks and everything. That's reminiscent of Captain Kirk. Although he's a good character, the mask looks fucking great. It's awesome. He's still missing the helmet, though. But not a major. Now, seeing him in the Crimson Trenchcoat, I can't help but thinking of Dante from the Devil May Cry universe, just because of that same Crimson Trenchcoat, but which is good. I like it, but I would still love to see him in his traditional blue and red uniform, or it can be black. It can't necessarily be blue. Maybe for a sequel or something. I don't know. Now the guns need major work. I totally dislike these guns. They look like my remote control for my RC Formula 1 car. So they need to look a lot more weapon-y. So yeah, they should have given the guns from the comic books, but whatever. Now Gamora. Zoe is really hot, and I like her. I always like seeing her on screen, on Avatar and many other movies. I love the chick, but the character needs more work. I mean, she's supposed to be the deadliest woman in the galaxy. She's supposed to be fierce, and the people who make this movie need to make us feel that toughness and that fierceness. We didn't see that in the movie, but it's nice to see her on screen, so I appreciate them for bringing her to the movie. Now, Drax, very poor character. I mean, Dave Bautista is a great wrestler, but that's that. He is not an actor by any means. He's supposed to be indestructible and really fierce, because that's why they call him the Destroyer, and they make him look like an idiot when he's facing Ronan. Sorry, I just spoiled a little bit of the review, but whatever. When he's facing Ronan, he makes him look like an idiot. He can't even punch him. So that's not really good. Now the supposed to be scars or tattoos or whatever. There's no point in doing that. They should have just added like war paint in all over his body. He's not even green like Gamora, but in my opinion, Vin Diesel would have played a much better Drax than Dave Bautista, because he is an actor, unlike Dave, and he has a great physicality, and he's got great acting capabilities, and he's an action hero, a real action hero. So, yeah. All that one character rule played by just one actor, that's bullshit. Chris Evans played both Captain America and the Human Torch, and he's pulled it off decently so far, so why can't Vin Diesel do it? Now, Rocket and Groot, great characters. I loved them both. They stole the movie, in my opinion. Really great. Kudos to Bradley Cooper and Mr. Vin Diesel for such great performances, although I feel Mr. Diesel was underused by just hiring him as the voice of Groot. Like I said, he should have played Drax instead of Dave Bautista. But well. Now Yondu, Michael Rooker, Merle Dixon from The Walking Dead. Awesome guy. I really love the guy. He has like a direct line to my funny bone. He's really a really awesome actor, and I loved him in his character of Yondu. Really cool. Ronan was great. I loved the character. He was really kind of evil and pretty good overall. I really liked the inclusion of Ronan. I didn't see much of a point in including Nebula, which reminds me, she doesn't necessarily have to be bald. I read the comic of the Infinity Gauntlet, and she actually had hair. So, that might just be nitpicking, but just a comment out there. Now this ends the non-spoiler part of the review. If you want to continue watching and you don't mind spoilers, or you've already seen the movie, go right ahead, be my guest. If you haven't watched the movie or you don't like spoilers, I suggest you pause this video and turn it off, go watch the movie, or go do something else, and then come back to it. Now, the Nova Corps. Great costumes, great look, and everything. John C. Reilly makes a great character and a great appearance. But I'm confused. Shouldn't they fly on their own instead of having their little starships and everything? For what I understand, They're like the Green Lantern core of the Marvel Universe. They're the super space police and everything. But however, the scene where they make the net, where they all connect to make the net and stop Ronan's ship from touching down, was epic. I loved that scene. That made us realize they are the good guys. They are here to take care of the universe. So that's really cool. Kudos to that. Glenn Close as Nova Prime. Really good. They needed a famous face to play the role of the leader. Now, Thanos. We finally see and hear the big bad of the Marvel Universe in action. Very, very cool. He had a very little screen time, but it was nice to see him as well. Now, for the end credit scene, not Ronan, Howard the Duck. He's like the Donald Duck of the Marvel Universe. But now this Disney and Marvel being the same thing, it confuses me. But he's there. He's part of the collector's collection, and he's sipping a martini next to him. That's the end credit scene. But it was definitely awesome. Three of my friends and myself were gagging and laughing when we see Howard drinking a martini. It was definitely awesome for us. So, that concludes the review. Like I said, it's a very good movie. Probably, if you're a hardcore fan, you might not like it as much because it's not so adapted to the comic books. But as a casual viewer, I think you'll like it. Go see it just to give it a chance. I recommend the movie, seriously. Not better than Avengers, but really good at that. So, thanks for watching this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, take care, and may the Force be with us all. Later.